back on the Vicky Gotti show. Hi, you guys. Okay, so let's just jump into it. Shout out to my sister, love you down, Hurricane Katrina. We was the last. Okay, let's just break it down because I know people wanted to know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was a lot of shade going on behind the scenes. I don't think Bowman really knew. And then it was on. Actually, Bowman didn't know because girls take it to Facebook. It'd be all over the place. Rumors was going on. She said you someday. You said her sometimes. They made it this big thing with y'all. LSS battles, for no, all these things. Let's talk, Asia. Where did it stem from? You and Katrina, do you think, even with you, to keep it real,
it stemmed, no.
Was your head even getting big and you was feeling all her time, or like, what happened?
We both was, probably. I probably was. Some stuff I don't see, but we both was. I don't think she had a big head about it because she been in the scene way longer than I was. I don't think she really had. I think she was used to hers, but I just felt like, we let our friendship. We was doing a lot of stuff to each other that was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then plus the scene. It was, and I guess they kind of saw that too, and they played off of it. So they said, "But you gonna make them rivals."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what because that's where most of rivals come from. Most people that don't really like each other,
right? And
it's just like at that time we didn't like each other. We was going at it and stuff. So.
And people don't know you and Katrina. It's a friendship.
She brought me out.
Yeah, but it's a friendship and a motherhood since how many years?
10 years.
10 years.
Okay. I was 16 years old. She brought me around. She brought. Somebody was saying something like, I think. I forgot what they said. I forgot what they said.
Okay. So now, how did you and Katrina get to that maturity level and was like, you know what, fuck this bullshit? How did this go about? Like, how did y'all get it together to say, you know what?
Well, you remember it was from you and Tyrone.
It was, but the people don't know.
Basically, you and my brother, which is her son. Basically, I just got us on a farm and think I need to stop. I should. And we just decided to work on our friendship. We decided to work on it and just try to better each other and stuff like that. And I just she's getting no shit. I have to give her props because she's becoming better. She's not so evil anymore. I used to call her evil, but she's doing a lot of positive things. I watch her a lot, so she does. She's doing a lot better, and I'm proud of her.
Let me ask you something, Asia. What's something that's just is a pet peeve of yours, like in the scene, in the Ballroom scene, in this being this Asia, Balenciaga, this whole situation? What's a pet peeve that you just people what just get you
I don't know, bitch. I'm trying to think of something. It would have to be social climbing, stuff like that. Stuff like that, basically.
Because I heard you're not really into that, the yes bitches. Do you have a lot of that? Because people have that in their entourages.
That's what okay, yeah. Yes bitches. I hate that because it's I'd rather my friends, I'd rather them be around I don't like it. Oh, I don't like this. I'd rather them tell me than a bitch be out there. Oh, bitch, you look over, bitch. Oh, you look nice. Oh, but you ate it and I didn't eat it to you. You know what I'm saying? Or this, if I ask you, I'm asking you for a reason. I can either go home and watch the clip. I'll feed myself. I'm just asking for another opinion.
Right. So. Exactly. So, Asia, let me ask you this as well. What sex siren? A lot of people always put your name on those categories when they have Asia, da-da-da. Why you never came out and played? It's I heard, people said you scared, you don't want to come out Star Asia, shout out to her. I think she played, Kimmy's playing now. Katrina, I think, played Jocelyn Banks. Why you ain't play? Your name be on the list?
I don't know. I'm kind of nervous when it comes to stuff like that. I'm kind of I don't know. That's kind of nerve-wracking for somebody to chop you. I'm not saying that they would, but for somebody to chop you and say, bitch, you're not sexy. How can a gay man tell me the illusion of a woman that I'm not sexy? You know what I'm saying? Of course you can turn a man on. But if I can't turn you on sexually, then how can I really turn you on?
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So just kind of
Would you ever come out and play?
Yeah, I want to. Okay. I do.
Is there anybody, for fun, not being just rivals or shady, but who would you want first? I want her first. I want to come on. Who you feel
My auntie,
Ayana, Milan.
Milan. That's to me. That's one of the epitomes of sexy to me. Like everything she do, like I done seen her, me and her done chilled on a regular day with her sweatpants. So it's just like she's so sexy to me. That's sexy. That's sexy. When you be sexy, it's just a part of your vibe.
Right, exactly.
It's just a part of your vibe, you know. Stuff like that.
Give me two more girls.
Miranda.
Sexy Lexi, Kimmy. What's the sexy girls? There's a lot of them.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it. That those two.
So, and I would love. This is my idol, the one that really got me up. Her name is the icon. I think she's a legend. She's the icon. But she is in the House of Icon.
She is in the House of Icon.
Sex time. Sabrina. Oh my gosh! That time she goes to Prodigy Ball.
Just shout out to Sabrina, icon. Now let me ask you something. First of all, congratulations to your move to New York City.
Back to New York.
Back to New York City.
Right.
Now let me ask you though. It was a lot of rumors that is it true that the girls ran you out of Atlanta and that's why you moved back to Brooklyn, or you know you got clear rumors?
No, I don't run from stuff like that. I would never ran me. I was never in Atlanta like that. For me to get ran out.
Right now. Okay. So what made you? Because you know a lot of people love Atlanta. Want to be in Atlanta. You was down there. You did a solid year, right?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. Now what made you move back to New York?
I love New York. New York keeps you on your feet. It makes you like it keeps you on your feet. You have enjoyable time. You can you gotta do what you gotta do. Like you gotta work hard. You gotta grind. Atlanta, you don't even gotta grind. You can stay where you at. Like you can stay small with it. And I don't want to. I want to get bigger. I want to grow. And I'm talking about as far as my career life and everything because your rent is what 15, 16, 12, 14. Atlanta's like 7, 6, 5. You know what I'm saying? You can have a regular drinky dink job and be good with that. You know what I'm saying? Like. You have no one to impress. I'm not saying you have to impress the people in New York, but you, everybody's coming outside, you know what I'm saying, trying to show, because you never know who's flicking, you know? You never know who's flicking. You just want to be on ready. You know, I feel like New York is just that place, and it makes you want to be better in whatever you're doing as far as career. Like, you got to step it up. You got to grind. You got to hustle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to make it in the jungle.
So, do you think this is your, this is it for you? It's your final
when
stop
I get older, of course I would want to live in Vegas.
Vegas, I know you said that before. And then you said, would you do Cali?
Of course.
Would you be a Cali girl?
I would, but only way I would move to LA if I moved to New York too. Like if I have a place there.
Oh, okay.
And I was thinking about getting me another place and getting two places, like one in New York and then one in LA.
One in LA, just
not LA, Vegas.
Vegas. Yeah, have your West Coast. Yeah, when it's
cold and stuff.
So let me ask you, is there any legend that you want to play with that you haven't played with yet? For Vogue, for your category, for female figure performance. Is there any legend that you want to get out there with and just having fun with? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Mercedes Prodigy.
It is the truth. Like, I love her. Like, I feel like, to me, when I see her Vogue, everything that she do, like, even the little rabbit, catwalks is so dope to me. Like, she, really eats it. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this question, Asia. When that negativity was going on Facebook about, how do you take it when people, pinpoint it out? Because especially if they in the scene. I don't want to say really people's name. I don't want to give nobody no life or whatever. So we're gonna do it like that. Yeah. So how do you feel? Yeah. How do you feel when people do that and put your name? Like it's hard to have your opinion, but how do you feel when people just throw daggers, like they stab you in the back, and especially supposed to be kind of cool, cordial, or whatever with you, or when they see you, they left for you. Like, how do you feel about that?
Remember
that
when
type of shit?
Keisha Cole did that to Beyonce? And people read went in on Keisha Cole, like, you unnecessarily, that's something that you do in the kitchen talk. That's how I feel. Because, especially if you consider yourself cool with me, why put your statement as an opinion? Regardless of how you feel. I'm not taking that away from nobody. The spectators, of course, they go give their opinion. I don't know none of them. But, the people that I do know as far as, building friendships and relationships, for you to write that, you didn't never say it to my face, you put it on Facebook, and then you go in. You don't just say, oh, I think the other girl should have won, or I don't like her Vogue that night. No, you really try to bash me. And I be, looking at these people you should never be a basher. Like, look at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, like, take a look at you. But I'm not the one to sit here and throw daggers and stuff like that or make people feel bad. Whatever I say, I always do that as kitchen talk. If I feel like you did something wrong to me, I'm going to bring it to your attention. But as far as like opinion, I already keep that to myself because you already know what you're doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Why should I have to tell you about it yourself? Of course, the critics, the spectators and stuff like that, that's gonna come with the territory. But as far as like people that you kiki with, like it was people that I was like kikiing with, like, bitch, what? I was scared. I was scared a little bit, and it does hurt a little bit because you become cool with them and stuff like that. And it's not about, they don't just give their opinion. They go in about it. You know what I'm saying?
They
like,
go in
about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it me that's giving the vote? I didn't give myself the vote, so why are you mad at me? Like, why are you so mad?
Yeah. It's just
It's bitter. It's ugly to me. That's bitter. That's what I call bitter. Those are bitter girls.
Yeah. What let me ask you something, Asia. What advice for the new femme queens coming up that look up to you? What can you give them as far as like, what was the best advice somebody gave you in the scene?
And see, that's the thing. Nobody, like when I came out, nobody gave me advice on nothing. I did everything. I just did it. And I just decided to, just do it on my own. I never really had nobody to, come and talk to me about it. Like, recently, I had, the Leah Richards. Like, she really was about, a year ago. She was really there, giving me advice on balls and stuff like that. Lee Amby, she gave me advice, and she talks to me here and there and stuff like that. She's been giving me advice. But when I first came out, I really didn't have no one. And it was just, I just want to tell all the girls that's coming out and wants to do this ballroom scene, you really gotta have tough skin, and you really have to learn how to love yourself, because they will break you down. They will build you up and really break you down. And they just do it. Like, they, especially if a new girl come, or not even just that, you're always getting compared to the next girl. You feel what I'm saying? You always go compared to something else. And I feel like everybody should be, looked upon as their own lane. Like, I'm in my own lane. I'm not worried about her. I'm doing my own thing. And you just have to live. You really have to learn that.
Something like that. Have you ever felt like they built you up and broke you? Ever felt broken down in the scene?
I feel like they did, but I really had to learn. I fell back and I swore, because it was a learning process. Everything, this whole ballroom scene, it was a learning process for me. Like, I learned everything. Like, I sat here and learned it on my own. Nobody came and told me about it until maybe 2 years ago with Leah Richards, like I said before. But mostly I learned everything on my own.
Let's talk about Asia. People, I guess, kind of read or say things negative about you. How you feel about the plastic stuff, as far as plastic surgery and stuff like that, with all the surge and this, that, and the third. First of all, let's talk about how you feel about surge, and then how you feel about how the timing and the process, how you should go about doing it. So
I feel like you should definitely do what you go through, because of course you should take your time doing it, but do it how you want to do it. That these girls that's reading, the girls that's getting surgery, I'm not trying to be funny. They just don't have the money to get it. Who wouldn't fix something that is messed up? You see what I'm saying? Like, of course, you should love yourself, but who wouldn't want to fix something that is messed up? You know what I'm saying? Of course, you just ain't got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't read the next bitch because she got the money to do it. That's her life. Why are you mad at her? Why are you so mad? Like, when I see stuff like that, it makes me think that you're really upset, that you have to really make a statement to be the girl who got surgery. Or a girl who don't got surgery. A girl who don't got surgery, don't got bags. They don't want to have bags. They don't want that. And that's good on them. I applaud you for that. That's you. If I want to get surgery, that's on me. If you have something to say, mind your business. I'm going to do me.
Right.
It's my money.
Right. Now, what about chest surgeries, Asia? You had a lot of things done. I mean, people say a lot of things. People say a lot of things. It's rumors.
I don't talk about my surgery. Those are private. Only the doctor. I feel like if you do get surgery, that's something that you should definitely keep to yourself. What are you doing it for the scene?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's another thing. When they do it,
anything I do for me.
You okay? Yeah, because you're not one of the girls like that. That's another question I wanted to ask. When the girls cause a frenzy on Facebook, on social media, posting all these things and all that stuff. Now, how do you feel about that? How you look at that?
Actually, you want somebody to know you got a surgery. I ain't judging, but come on, why are you so?
You think, but sometimes maybe you think
they have
excited.
It's like, I worked hard to get these bags. I worked hard. That's why I ain't judging. Do what you go do.
At the end of the day,
I ain't judging.
We're gonna come back with more with Asia Balenciaga, the sexy kitty cat.